Razor Stone enables you to run away with that extra movement speed that you get from using this ultimate.
Isn't the immobile ranged carries what Razor deals pretty well with?
Yeah, but you just pop ulti, and then what can he do? Like, if he static links you, he has to, like, run away, basically. You don't want to be food for the rest of the team.
Okay, fair enough. I can see that.
Yeah, I could see that. I could also see that working pretty well for LGD as well. You know, Marcy, if this is going to be like the Aetherlands build on Marcy, you know, you catch him, you get the 15 talent, and you just throw Dusa so far from the fight. And that is what she absolutely hates. I did bring up what Spirit have in Ace, in Spades rather, is, you know, the BKB piercing disable, but they don't have save on this lineup, right? And I think with a Dusa, I think you're best with some save against this kind of like Razor, Marcy, Tiny, that kind of stuff.
I don't hate the TB either, though. Again, an illusion hero that's just, you know, pops meta and then Razor dies, even if he's just trying to run into you and static link damage. It gets much worse when he picks up the Skadi as well. So it's a good ban, but again, Medusa still is a Skadi builder, is someone that's going to be able to be fine. I understand what you're saying in regards to the save. Maybe, you know, the Clockwork's going to be able to do enough. Mira, very talented player.
Oh, for sure, right? He won a tournament back in the day.
I'm not as big a fan of this Quap, though. I mean, maybe they're trying to cover their bases in case this is going to be a last-minute switch of the Razor to being mid lane. I really don't think it would be, because Marcy is, again, in my opinion, such a great pairing together with the Razor. But I think Quap just...
10 seconds.
It's very one note. I don't like the Quap because you don't really have that insane tower taking. You have to snowball if you're going to have any kind of impact. And it's not like a Lina where you've got sustained damage, for example. And this is something that actually Toronto Tokyo, I've had a chance to interview him before, and he said, look, if you compare Quap and Lina, Lina's impact is by far better because you've got the burst, you've got the sustained damage, you've got the tower sieging, you've got the better laning. So the fact that they've gone for it must mean they really believe in it, or they just want something else that's going to be able to go through that Razor BKB once he hits his timing with the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, I reckon it's also for like this early timing. Like Quap still loves to rotate out of the mid lane super early on, like quite famously, as does Marcy. So you can kind of counter her movement around the map. And I mean, now it's going to be, you know, Void Spirit's going to be following you around, so that's going to be a bit more difficult, obviously, for the campaign. But I mean, that's how we saw, I believe it was Liquid really shine and kind of cut a lot of momentum out from TSM last time. They just rotated the Marcy super. Quap can outfight the Marcy easily, so I do like that about the Quap at least.
Love the Warlock though, and love the Void Spirit. Again, like, Quap is a lane dominator. You want to be landing those Shadow Strikes, you want to be just regenning up so much, you want to be harassing him out, preventing him from farming. You toss out a Shadow Strike, just dissimulate. Doesn't matter. You know, the cooldowns early on sync up reasonably well, and Quaps don't want to fall off, right? So they only want to get about 2 points into the Shadow Strike most of the time. And it's really only once you get 4 points that you win out that cooldown battle and you're actually able to bully him out. But by that point, the laning stage is done.
Right. Now they add CK to the mix, which is going to be their somewhat answer to the Razor. Does carry a stun, so there's a way to break that link by stunning him and hopefully running away before Marcy catches you. With Viper slowing her. You know, it works.
You've also can, you know, if you get linked in the fight, just instantly Phantasm, make sure your illusions can also try and get them up. Eventually is not the worst strategy.
They might also just be trying to abuse those really early timings as well, right? Level 1, level 3. That's where Team Spirit are going to be looking to get most active in its lane. Just try and crush the Viper before Static Link really has that high level of effect.
And they also now have a stun, which they kind of needed, both supports. Hookshot is something, but the Chaos Bolt gives you some more security. This is not Enigma that we're watching after.
Very true. No. Yeah, now I think, we need some good control here. I do like the ban on the Darkseer, quite specific. More illusion heroes here, perhaps?
Darkseer would have been solid. Again, like, just more of that AoE control that they're needing. Pairs, like, Clockwork is the best hero to pair together with a Darkseer. So you're either going down that route or some kind of ranged hero that's in this position 3 role for collapse. Maybe they could go something like... I was about to say Necro, but Necro's not that great against this lineup in particular. Lots of magic damage, no real strength heroes that you're going to be able to take advantage of.
You don't really want to be healing and like healing massively when you're fatal bonds with the rest of your team. Yeah, not the best strategy generally. Okay.
Darkseer and they Timber Saw.
Yeah.
So what does this indicate? Obviously the PL was a good idea. Are they really just thinking a bunch of illusion heroes? There's also the option of Naga. They're all weak against Timber Saw.
That's kind of what I was thinking, right? I always see Darkseer, immediately it's the illusion heroes. Yeah, so both the Naga and the PL taken out. I mean, that is, of course, going to be a weakness of the CK. He does struggle against the illusions, much more of a single target kind of guy. So that is certainly one way you could exacerbate the matchups. Even if Razor is going to not be able to consistently kill him, the illusion hero is just going to run around the fights. You've taken away the 2 most annoying ones here now in Spirit. So I do think that's a pretty good reaction to the bans of LGD.
So also indicates they are afraid of losing early too hard, as Dana was pointing out, making sure that the lanes don't go really badly for them.
I know I said Army isn't really a Razor player, but like Warlock Razor is such... Like, I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with it if they choose to go down that sort of route and just pick up the tempo even further. But again, Marcy Razor is also really strong.
You wouldn't pick a ban of Timber though.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, Timber, again, it's all about the mobility, right? Like, you can actually look to break the static link just with Timber Chain. So.
Yeah, but you just Plasma Field and then Timber really struggles.
Yeah.
Until level 6, of course, but there's no hero that's level 6, yeah.
Exactly. I don't know, I'm looking at Spirit's lineup, and they also need team fight. They are heavily outclassed right now.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen him so long. I know this old man was. Wow, Lone Druid, interesting choice.
They need... I wouldn't hate an Underlord to come through from Team Spirit. I think you need percentage damage against the bear. You need lockdown for someone that doesn't really love to build the BKB super early on. It's great against even the Razor kind of early-ish. So I wouldn't hate to see it. I mean,
I like the Underlord idea.
Yeah. Underlord feels pretty...
You also need an offlaner that generally is going to recover, because that lane of Warlock Lone Druid is almost impossible to beat. So he's going to out-CS you.
Bloodseeker.
Ooh.
Yep, no, that's great too.
Yeah,
that's
there it is.
fantastic.
That's some percentage-based damage on the shard that you can utilize. Strong lane setup.
So
yeah, Cogs, Battery Assault into the Bloodright.
Rupture against a Razor, devastating. Rupture
Yep.
against a Lone Druid, suddenly your supports are a lot safer. I'm liking that Bloodseeker last pick. We're assuming... I'm not sure if that's a position 1 or a position 3.
Right, because they play CK3 in the EU. That's actually still the region that plays it. So, I don't know. What would you guys prefer? We won't find out. So, what would you prefer?
We won't know. Yeah, that's true. I'd like the CK offlane.
Okay. Then
I'll go different. I'll say CK possible, just for the beams.
let's go. And then we're going to have to find out with our 2 casters. And I am so excited to present them. It's Lacoste and Gareth.
Thank you so much. Yeah, here we are. We were just taking a quick look at Lone Druid for LGD. 2 years since they've played it, at least according to Dota Buff. Lacoste.
It's been a while. Looking at these 2 lineups, I don't know. LGD, they have a lot of like early momentum. I think their lanes are going to be pretty stable with what they got. I see a little bit of a switcheroo coming up from the Team Spirit. Yeah, Miposhka will be playing Viper, and Clockwork will be played by Mira. Strong 3 cores. The Queen of Pain also picked by them, not a hero we usually see. I don't think this hero was touched at all. And I don't know, I've not seen it in the DPC from the regions that I've been covering, but definitely want to see what Queen of Pain can do. Like the pushback, it's going to be Queen of Pain against the Void Spirit matchup on the mid lane with the cooldowns on the abilities. You can dodge every second Shadow Strike pretty much. So we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, so you've got something at least to mitigate that lane presence from the Queen of Pain. Yeah, tons of team fights. That big man, the Warlock, able to bring the Chaotic off and the Fatal Bonds.
Lots of links there
with the Razor as well.
Deal with this
Team Spirit side as we get ourselves into game 1 here in the group stage of the Riyadh Masters.
Watch that.
And follow LGD as they smoke out of their base.
Dropping the good look, fun.
Themselves out across.
It's been a while. These 2 teams, this is the first showing of PSG LGD on international land since TI Grand Finals. And
this is the rematch.
So pretty hyped about what's going to happen in this one. PSG LGD always a team that has variety of heroes that they can play. It feels like they're so versatile. It's almost impossible to ban, like, oh, we need to ban out Ame, we need to ban out GQ. It just doesn't happen. It's more about how you're going to counter certain heroes.
Yeah, this Lone Druid pickup, you know, you're obviously thinking about Admiral Bulldog and, oh, hang on, the Bear's in trouble down bottom. Deary mate, already losing it.
Mira getting 300 gold from this one.
Oh yeah, well on his way to boots already. Yeah, this is one of those heroes that is very player specific though, isn't it, right? Admiral Bulldog was one of the big ones, but Tumberman more recently one of the star players on that. But I don't know, I think of China, I think of Sylar. This is bringing back memories of Sylar Lone Druid back in the day. Of course, Ame has played this a fair amount as well.
Look what he has in his quick buy. So some extra blades of attack. I see power treads. I don't know if he's going to go for the same thing. Usually it's phase boots on the bear, Master Madness into if you feel like you need more damage with the Deso, or if you feel like you need to deal with the illusions, maybe go for the Maelstrom, but probably going to be Dessa. And after a short pause, we're going to be good to go.
Yeah, it gives them such a strong timing, you know, similar to the Templar Assassin, right? With that Desolator, able to take buildings, take team fights, maybe force a Roshan early on as well. Lots of options there for you as a Lone Druid. And that bear kill coming off the back of a...
Look at their XP. That's pretty nuts. They're always halfway to the level 2 on 3 heroes.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So that could mean that they can potentially like play aggressive earlier and get another kill because they got that XP from killing the bear.
Yeah, especially on a hero like Clockwork. Get up in the face of your opponents, do all that magic damage. Right now, Lone Druid left alone to his own devices down bottom, waiting for the bear to come off. Cooldown, 10 more seconds for that. Of course. We will have that joining him. In the mid lane, nothing to say. One Void Spirit against the Queen of Pain. You were talking about...
It cannot be. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
time. Right now, he's in the middle of the pack, but in terms of levels, about to hit level 5, collapses, still level 3.
Yeah, what do you think about that? You know, the point I was starting to make, he's not the conventional, Tide Hunter, Magnus, whatever we see from the offlane. He's not a team fighter. What's this Bloodseeker going to bring you once we get into that mid game? Is it about scaling?
It's going to be about keeping Razor away from your carry, because you're going to be using Rupture, and that means that he will not be able to use the link on your CK, because definitely not going to target Queen of Pain.
And then, of course, yeah, Queen of Pain, Toronto, Tokyo, going to have a lot of work to do to keep that tempo going. Queen of Pain, one of those snowball heroes, once you get some active runes, can absolutely rotate into the side lanes. And look for those early kills. Currently, nothing to say. Doing a great job there. Just weathering the storm, but Queen of Pain coming out with 11 denies, 35 CS is coming out ahead, absolutely. On this time around, Bosch able to zone the Marcy away. Might be able to get involved with his small camp and do a little pull. Something they desperately needed to do, control that lane equilibrium to give CK at least some free farms.
6-minute rune, let's see who picks it up. Nothing to say, using one Astral Step. Toronto does have... Never mind, Shin-Q picked up Invis.
Yeah, 2 supports, right? LGD bring both supports into mid to gallop, both of the rune spots. I feel like Team Spirit a little bit stuck in their side lanes, but this does allow them to make a move on to Shin-Q. With a rebound and a jump away, he moves into Toronto, Tokyo, disposed back. The answer should be able to chase this one down and finish off the Marcy, though. Nothing the Razor can do to save her. They'll try and delay this and drag them across, but Shin-Q will be fodder for the CK War Machine. Collapse now, but he's pretty speedy. Low HP heroes across the map. Down goes the Warlock, but Ellen Void Spirit arriving on the scene and finishing off the Bloodseeker quite nicely.
That's a good rotation. Queen of Pain did not want to commit the Sonic Wave on top just to be able to get the kill, but saving it for something bigger. Did not want to waste it on Marcy, and good rotation from Nothing to Say, just to be able to secure the kill, and also, most importantly, is not dying. Like, is off to a really good start, has 2 kills already.
Yeah, Cogs pushed them back out of the mid lane. Mira's rotation in, matching that Nothing to Say. Moves back towards the mid to defend the tower. But it's also a signal, right? It's a Void Spirit saying, hey, your Queen of Pain's going to rotate, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to sit here shoving out wave and playing passively. I will absolutely match the aggression of Toronto, Tokyo every step of the way. Viper, again, such a sluggish hero. Once you're disposed, if you're out there in the open, you're going to die to the Razor.
Yeah, these position Vipers, they usually, like, straight up 50-50. Either you look like, wow, we should pick this Viper more often, or it's like, yeah, we should have gone for something else. Like, I don't think there is in between.
You either get first blood and go 3-0, or you go 0-6. Yeah. Well, I know the exact feeling. Oh, Nothing to Say, going to stack his own little small campers again. Look at LGD, bringing numbers to guard these early active runes. It does spawn pops up as a regen there, but Mepostka's Viper, unfortunately, just meets 3 of them in the river.
I'm a little afraid for Team Spirit that they're going to need to be playing 4 versus 5. This Viper is going to be just a meat, like he's pretty much, you know, you're going to be using ulti potentially, and standing in front of the fight and the time Rupture on the bear.
Yeah, focusing down the back, collapse, just giving it the wax with the entangling claws and the damage from Arme. They can find the Bloodseeker kill before they can even finish off the bear. He's still alive! And up top, Fabian swings back, both of the side lanes picking up a killing spree. Arrow dropping, giving a double kill to the Razor. Does he need to deny? He does. Beautifully done.
Why was in vicinity? Maybe he could have used the Shadow Ward just to be able to get some HP going. We're talking about level 2 Shadow Strike. But yeah, I don't know. Team Spirit decided to Rupture the bear and try to kill him. Ahmed could have resummoned the bear, got 1 extra. He's gonna stand his ground. He's gonna through for him.
And that was invincible. Just 1 entangling clause there. Probably he gets it on the creep. Probably could have had the clockwork if he wanted it.
I think what made the difference there for him to get a kill is extra gloves of haste on the bear. Yeah.
Extra attack speed.
Highest amount net worth. Well, they set him up for success in this bottom lane, pairing it up with the Warlock, so any kind of damage that they do was mitigated, and highest amount of building damage as well. He managed to take down tower by himself.
And anything else, JJ? Has he got any more? No? highest amount of branches in your inventory, 10 minutes in for a carry.
Oh, you know those branches are gonna stay. I mean, we're talking about bear. Oh, look what his bear is called. It's called Setsu.
Oh!
Old school Chinese player.
That's a good little shout over there. Good throw back, but he will die now. Miposhka will have to trade his life for it, but that is a big kill for Team Spirit, putting him on the sidelines for 30 seconds. LGD trying to get something else done. They've already taken top tier 1 tower, so they're able to carve a bit of the map open for themselves in that north area. That's probably where Arme wants to start living, right? He'll come help out, push the mid tier 1, and then sit around that top lane.
Absolutely. Looking at his item progression, we're talking about 12-13 minutes of Mask of Madness phase boots Deso on Bear.
Wild.
So this opens up the Roche for them, this also opens up the towers, and now they're playing with the Siege Creep. White does have Chaotic Offering available.
Yeah, they're ready to team fight. Fairground's level 8, he's pretty tanky on his Razor. He's going to sit there in front line. Already forcing out the glyph from Team Spirit, who are bringing heroes here to match this move. Toronto Tokyo's just finished off his own, so he wants to start getting some charges, but they're dying in, nothing to say. Focusing on Miposhka, the reaction from Mira, but the golden dropped on 3 of them. Toronto Tokyo has to blink away. Fatal Bonds not really connected to too much there, so Mira and Miposhka are probably just going to be big casualties here. LGD very patient, very deliberate, not diving Mira too far, focusing the objectives.
Yeah, this is what you call objective-based game, nothing to say.
But there's no simile. He can't TP out. He's got sidekick. He's got a bit of heal. But he's getting blasted by the Sonic Wave. Toronto Tokyo dragged back by the Disposed though. And this Golem, look at him go! Destroys the Queen of Pain in a 2-for-1 trade out there. But Team Spirit also lost their tower.
Gonna get another one. Ooh, slow one more hit. There it is. Fabian on mega kill.
This has given a little bit of room to Yasuo to get his farm going, but he's
not looking good. We were talking about like 14 maybe minute armlet, which is going to be like one of the reasons why Collapse is also trying to go for the scaling build. That there's no shenanigans, no team items. He's going straight Maelstrom into the BKB on the Bloodseeker. He understands that he also needs to be able to scale well into the mid game because right now PSG LGD they're in the driver's seat.
Do you think that's the correct decision? Looking at the draft and thinking, okay, lane stage is not going to go well for us, so we'll focus on mid game instead.
Yeah, I assume so. It's going to be a lot of Clockwork shoulders to be able to get some stuff going, because you have position 5 Viper, which is, you know, off to a bad start, can't really do much, can't move, can't gank. CK doesn't want to join the fight, so it needs to be Queen of Pain, and it needs to be Clockwork who kind of lifting them. And if you look at the Toronto Tokyo's build, it's Urn of Shadows. He's trying to build a Spirit Vessel, so it's a little bit more overtime damage. In terms of scaling, like that's not going to be the greatest item build.
Yeah, it's a curious one, that. I'll see what he transitions into. Hook shot, Mira finds the bear. Well, Druid does get off his true form, but there's an awful lot of damage coming in from Yatsuo, and that's Toronto Tokyo. Pain, that's some big bombs, and Inkill W say the spill damage spreading all across Team Spirit. That was not worth it, Lacoste. 3 heroes down, and now the entire map belongs to LGD.
Take home bonds, fatal bonds. This was 5-minute fatal bonds, Gary. I don't know, like one thing I like about the Warlock players, especially the experienced ones, is realizing which spells you need to mess out. Like if this was 4 points in Shadow Word, he understands that, like, yeah, you don't need to get that, but fatal bonds, it's beautiful.
And look at the patience from White. He's just like waiting. Yeah, okay, my lone druid's gonna die, but I am gonna absolutely allow my team to clean up the mess that was left behind.
It's also when you see fatal bonds connecting them, like even 3-4 heroes, you're like, we don't have anything to dispel. That's gonna be a huge issue.
Yeah, it's just permanently there. Can't deal with it. Collapse falling yet again. Oh, down to that. Now bot lane failing. Team Spirit still yet to really connect onto a tier 1 either. There's all these towers that are still available for LGD to come back and defend.
14 minutes, 13 assists, keeping 1 assist per minute. One thing I like about JinQ is that like he goes for different item builds, but I think this is the correct way to play Marcy. So you can scale. Like he's getting the BKB, he's getting the phase boots, no ether lens, and he has a sidekick maxed out, so he can actually deal damage in the fight. And then you talk about the mid, late game, after that his item is going to be a basher. So you're going to have a scaling position 4 instead of just using 2 abilities on Mars, like Undispose and a rebound, and also I use my Unleash just to be able to dispel things, but I can't deal damage.
That's kind of an interesting point. We've had a lot of conversations about this Marcy being kind of a better Tiny in the lane stage, the first 10 minutes or so, right? But with the Etherlens Blink build, you feel like a worse Tiny 20 minutes in compared to a Tiny with Blink.
Yeah, you just don't scale with that item build, and good item. Sync coming up from PSG LGD, they're so done. On Ahmed, Fade Beyond with the BKB. Inside the Roche they go. Instant smoke, rocket is available. They want to take a fight.
Roshan's not happy. The fire, the flames disappears in a puff of smoke. There's LGD. Traversing across into enemy triangle. Yatoro always feels something. Spidey senses tingling. Leads to the last ancient creep. He's gonna go try and farm down bottom. He pops the Phantasm, sees them coming, trying the illusion bait. Which one's real? Oh, they figured it out quite quickly. Entangling claws, and as far as comes, LGD bring the numbers. 4 heroes strong down there. And they can still connect back into mid. Void Spirit already jumping on the Queen of Pain. Toronto Tokyo losing about half his health in a matter of seconds.
Is under attack.
Yeah, that's what's related. They have a bit of limited control on side of PSG LGD, so he's going for Aghanim Scepter next.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
Have an extra layer of silence against the Queen of Pain, especially because there is no defensive items. Like you connect onto the target, then most likely that target is gonna die.
Yeah, it's like you said, right? There's no save, there's no dispels being built yet. It's gonna take a long while for them to all come out. So if you're able to focus down one hero, get the first pick off, you're looking pretty damn good. Nothing to say. Spots collapse. This is my triangle on the red side. He's gonna die though. Oh goodness, collapse. Getting a lot of HP back from that as well. GQ comes back in though with I suppose Unleash and Miposhka. He's got that poison attack stacking up with the Viper Strike on him. They drop a rock on him! They really don't want these 2 Spirit heroes in their triangle. They lose 2 of them.
He still dies, but why wanted to save him there?
He tried his hardest. But that kind of trade is going good, right, for Team Spirit. 2 for 2 on the enemy side of the map.
It definitely is. And it also gives some more farm to Chaos Knight. Yatoro is in the middle of the pack, needs some more items. Like, I don't think he feels comfortable coming into the fight, especially against this super farm there.
So it's going to be Echo Saber, disassemble that into BKB, and then feel a lot more comfortable with his state in the game. And they have caught up a decent amount. They've got those 3 cores in the middle of the Radiant ones. Lone Druid is by far out in front. But Void Spirit, I don't want to say he's struggling, but he's definitely being more sacrificial in terms of giving farm priority over to the Razor and the Lone Druid.
I think that's correct. I mean, he didn't want to die, lower his net worth there, not getting anything while he's dead. But yeah, Razor is going to be the carry on top of Lone Druid. So you have 2 really good cores that can match up whatever Team Spirit has in the late game. They would definitely want to have BKBs before the next fight. Collapse, just a recipe away from it. And CK, if he disassembles, he still needs like another 3-4 minutes of free farm to be able to get it.
This bonus damage from Sidekick on the bear, it's just a bulldozer. Goes through the tower, it disappears in a matter of seconds. And to have Mirror there all leached up by the Razor and a free outpost for them as well. But this seems like a very straightforward, systematic situation for LGD. Just go from tower to tower, topple them over like dominoes, and it's down to Team Spirit to find those gaps in the map to get the space for Yatoro in particular.
They also want to use these just to just get another tower. Bottom tier 2 tower, they're going to be collapsing onto it. I don't think Team Spirit will take this fight. They just need to let it go.
Yeah, they absolutely should. Just give that away. And look at that bear. 93 plus 145. Well, yeah, he's closing in on 6,000 building damage. Gone over it now with that tier 2. And it's 19 minutes in.
Next item is going to be the Bastard, so we'll have another way of controlling people, and it will sync up with also Aghanim Scepter on Void Spirit.
Dire's bottom tower won't last.
Posture. Sees Jin-Q in his spot on the map, and a hook shot just off the mark from Mira. Looks close, there's nothing to say. Jumps straight in, zips onto the Viper. Quick and easy. At what point, as LGD, do you think about high ground? Is it next Roshan? Because Age is expiring soon.
They want to have 2 BKBs. Like Queen of Pain still very far away from it, so I expect them to let Aegis expire in 20 seconds, farm up their BKBs on Bloodseeker and CK, and then try to go for a smoke. Because they can't just, they're losing so much with each minute. PSG